Hello YouTube audience, welcome back for some more Toukiden Kiwami, JP, and without further ado, let's start this. That little booger is cute as frick. So basically now I can take one home as a pet. And of course what it is used for is actually you can send them out to search for some items during your each battle. So I'm gonna just go buy some different items for my character because, you know, just in case you guys don't remember, I actually do know how to use other weapons. Just the fact that I haven't been playing this sort of game for a long time, so bear with me if I kind of suck. Coming back to the game though, basically, there's a reason why I wasn't around for a few days. I have a show that I've been running for a whole 5 days, and after I finish like my daily worth of work, it's actually very late at night, so I ended up not being able to record because I was so sleepy that I just passed out literally. So, to compensate for my absence, I am planning to actually do a longer playthrough, hoping it does not be a burden to you guys because I just might be having a roughly 30 minutes playthrough.
ここでの戦いにも慣れてきただろう。そろそろ別の者とも任務に行ってもらう。これまで他の任務で留守にしていたものだ。まだ会ったことはあるまい。なお、凪と富岳という。いずれもお前の専任だ。だが、今のお前なら遅れは取るまい。先行している二人と合流し、速やかに鬼を殲滅しろ。ここ数日、正体不明の鬼に襲撃される者が相次いでいる。まさかとは思うが、用心しろ。お前の成長の証、見せてもらうぞ。
Alright then, so right now we are going to be introduced to some other, I guess, teammates that could have come in handy in the future. What he means is that there are a lot more characters that you can choose as teammates afterwards. So we're gonna go meet them up. Those of you who actually play the original Toukiden would know who they are. It's Fugaku and Nagi, but those who haven't, well, surprises to you. In Kiwami, there's actually addition of 3 more characters in a different, I guess, place. So they would come up after you've completed the normal Toukiden mission, which is chapter 8. So basically, now we're gonna go pick up our new comrades. I don't know. Basically, to me, is that a lot of people were like, "Are you good at playing these sort of games?" Honestly speaking, not really. Because I don't know, like I don't play anything competitively or like play against people. Like usually I just play to the extent I feel that I'm comfortable with it and it's gonna be okay-ish. So if my playthrough turned out to be kind of a mini letdown to you guys, I'm pretty sorry, but I hope that through, I guess, progressing these different games, I could actually show a visible like improvement. I think the only reason why I'm talking in a very not so, I guess, entertained voice of my own is because right now I'm actually playing like, once again in a Dead Night, because those of you who are familiar with my channel would know that I am actually having a performing arts job that requires me to work sort of late. So bear with me if I'm actually spending my sweet time not uploading a lot and being pretty slow. So basically these mission, needless to say, is just taking out the I guess the beasts that are required to be taken out in the mission briefing, sorry, not debrief. So basically nothing much to, I guess, talk about here, at least so far, but I don't know. Like, if you ask me what type of weapon I'm good at using, I think the long-range weapon, I use them pretty well in Mr. Hunter, and I think the same applies here, except for the fact that the new rifle is actually more like the heavy crossbow. The time consumed in actually maneuvering the whole thing is way more compared to using the bow or the light crossbow. And here, the bow actually functions much more different than the Monster Hunter bow because it actually have a special like circle button attack that actually help focus onto the body part that you would want to break. So relatively, I guess it's much more convenient in some sense to me, so yeah. I kind of like it. So all in all, I think this sort of difference in the two games makes me would have a comparison, but I don't own a Wii U and I don't play Frontier, so I do admit that they have much better graphics compared to the 3DS, but the main game is still, I guess, limited to the 3DS, so not a big fan of that. Those of you who actually played the 3DS a lot like I do know how much difference it does make. So this marks another completion of a mission. I am definitely not gonna end here because after so many days of not uploading, I find it like I probably lost the, I guess, get usedness, I guess, of how to play this. So I'm gonna warm myself up, definitely, and we'll see how it goes. Because we so far have not met up with our new comrades yet, so yeah. So I'm just gonna go upgrade this little dude. Alright, I forgot that you cannot upgrade them bypass a certain level until you reach another chapter. I don't remember which chapter it was, so sad story there. Let's go back and proceed to the next part. Because I want to finish this until the point I actually meet with Fungaku and Nagi. There's actually one more, I think, comrade that I will be able to meet in the future. He is the double blade wielder. What is his name again? Hayatori, the ninja dude. He's really cool, so I'm gonna save that for another episode. I don't even know when part of the second chapter we'll be able to see him, so better not make it wrong, so yeah. So alright, the next mission is still going to be one of those either take out a certain number of enemy or, well, take over a certain region, and it's gonna be kind of tedious, so a lot of people actually say that I talk too much in my videos. I don't know, man, it's like a lot of YouTubers don't talk, a lot of YouTubers do talk. It's more like a thing that of the YouTuber's choice. Do you want to talk with your audience? Do you want to share with your audience, etc., etc.? So I don't know, to me, I would like to let you guys know more about me, or I don't know, like share with you a lot of things I do. Why am I doing this? How does this relate to my YouTube? And like all sorts of that is something I think worth talking about. And plus, you know, like if you're gonna watch someone that does not play as well to actually do a 30-minute playthrough, then why not make it something more interesting? That's how I feel. Maybe you guys would be like, well, I like to listen to quiet ones, then I guess my channel isn't really suitable for yours. Not trying to be a little bit pessimistic or something, I'm just, you know, saying that there's a lot of choices, but really it depends on what you want to, like, get from the whole YouTube sensation, I guess. I don't know, it's like to myself, I like people that actually do commentate, because first off, it's gonna be pretty interesting. Second off, I think, I don't know, it's just more welcoming, I guess, to me. Like, I'm not sure if silent gameplays are good, unless you're actually playing really well done gameplays, then, you know, speedy run-throughs would be pretty cool. But myself, though, is not really a talented game player. I like playing games. It's one of those things I enjoy doing a lot. Recording them is also something that's enjoyable, but you know, like, I don't know, it's just, if I'm not that talented, I would be more entertaining. Although a lot of you pointed out that, but hey, you're kind of always tired when you are actually recording lately. Is because I'm not tired. I'm just very, very late at night. I can't really talk loudly because I don't want to wake people up, and you know, hope you guys can understand. But I don't know, man, like Toukiden, like seeing it on PS4 is extremely, I guess, a surprising sensation for me, because surprisingly, the whole like PS4 edition is ridiculously good, because, you know, I thought it was originally intended only for handheld, but I was wrong. So they already had that planned out pretty early, because or else why would it actually become such a detailed version of Toukiden Kiwami? It looked awesome. It's like, I did not expect it to do so good. So yeah, I don't know, after completing 2 missions, I think it is about time that we could actually, first of all, go save, just in case I was a dumb frick that last time I ended up not saving. So I forgot to send my beautiful little Foxy to go pick up some stuff from the battlefield, so I'm gonna do that now. Just in case you don't know how that works, well, that is how it works. Next up, I'm gonna actually go show off some side stuff, like more making weapons. Well, obviously I didn't take out any other, I guess, kingly monsters, so understandable why I can't really make anything. So I don't know, I am more comfortable with long range, so I bought an extra one. I have no idea, but you know what, it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna just go back and just search and sell stuff, because it's a waste of my recording time, it's a waste of your time too, so meh, nope, not gonna happen. So we are back again, finally taking out the next large beast. Is the, I think it's called a wind lion. I think the Japanese translation Kazekiri means windbreaker. Alright then, that is a very dramatic scene. Like, watching it on PS4 once again blew my mind, because it was such a well done version of the game. Really liked it, and you know, it's unexpectedly well done, because I don't know, because I've been playing the Resident Vita one. It wasn't bad though, don't get me wrong, but I actually got a new battle, like, whatchamacallit, the battle spirit. I remember, like, my previous playthrough of the original game online. I like how he's like, you're an interesting dude. A very good fighter. Come on, follow me. I'm like, yep, sir. More than willing to do so. So yeah, coming back to the game, I don't know, I know it's a limited PS4 thing, but you know, a lot of games in the past 2 years, well not 2 years, 1 year, claimed to be, I guess, a certain platform limited, but then it turned out to be having not the best, I guess, not the expected quality of, you know, graphics compared to what they promised. So yep. We are ready for the big old lion. Well then, that was one hell of a very dramatic appearance, I have to say. A lot of people are like, why are you doing auto-aim? Because I am not really good at, well, I'm not suck, but I'm not really adjusted to using the long-range weapons, so just being safe, and I'm still not that good with the camera angle, so just bear with me for still being a very auto-aim loser, because, you know, for the sake of actually having a, I guess, better accuracy, I stuck up to using the weapon with an auto-aim. So far, I don't know, man, like I guess the piercing bullets, I assume they act the same with the Monster Hunter ones, because even the animation looks similar, so that's my assumption. But, I don't know, like, they have different type of ammo, like the timed ammo that actually burst after a certain number of time, and there is actually, I think there's a ammo that actually draws attention, so I'm not really used to, like, the one on the left is, I guess, shotgun ammo, and the drawing attention one is the one on the circle sign. So I don't know, it's really interesting, I guess, for myself to actually try out a different but kind of similar weapon in the game. Another thing is, I don't know, it's just, I had a really bad time playing against this particular lion-like beast monster, so I have a little fear when I play against this, because when I first played it, I was playing with the punchy, like the one the gloves that you have to use. It was really hard to dodge, because I don't know if it's just me, but the dodging kind of works in coordination with, I guess, the amount of weight you carry on your equipment as well as the weapon choice. Or maybe I was just wrong, so I prefer, I guess, heavier hits and quicker attacks. That's how I feel personally, but yeah. And plus, I used to do good in Monster Hunter using the range weapon, so it's normal for myself to actually, I don't know, like, be more, I guess, accustomed to using, or like, prone to use the long range weapon. Obviously, I think, another reason why I want to use, that was pretty quick though. Another reason why I would like to use the range is because, I don't know, it's just like, if I could use the range properly, Jesus, I can't even speak English. Like, I might be having a better time when I do the future single-person mission. Yes, there are single-person missions just like Monster Hunter, so yeah, it would be nice if I could actually, you know, get myself adjusted to it, because, you know, it's, well, I'm pretty sure the single-person mission is not going to be such easy beasts. I remember having a single-person mission in the later chapters before the final chapter, so correct me if I'm wrong, but that's at least what I remember when I played the PlayStation Vita. Speaking of the PlayStation Vita, when I actually finished the whole game, like, up till the very, very last chapters, so it was all in all a very neat playthrough, I have to say. But you know, the last few chapters, I have to say, when I play, I guess, single person, it was ridiculously hard. That was all I have to say, because back, you know, those of you who actually do play PlayStation Vita knows that the controls are kind of different when you play on this, like, PlayStation 4 platform and PlayStation Vita, because the controls, like the analog stick location was kind of, you know, uncomfortable on the other one. Like, I'm not saying that I suck because the controls were bad, but I'm just saying that, like, if I'm playing on a PlayStation 4 controller or a PlayStation 3, if you say it's much more easier and much more, I guess, convenient, because the buttons are well located, like scattered out. Like, when I play the Monster Hunter games on PlayStation Portable, it wasn't that bad, honestly, it wasn't bad. But, I don't know, it's like, after you own a PlayStation 4, you just go nuts. Well then, we actually completed the destruction. At least that's what I've heard. Maybe I remembered wrongly, and I have a voice crack because I was too tired. But, you know, I don't know, it's... my channel, I don't know, it has been growing a lot since, I think, Samurai Warriors 14. And, I don't know, I think I got myself, like, to focus on mainly the Japanese games. I don't know if it's popular, but to me, I really like the Japanese games a lot, because first of all, I understand the language, second of all, I grew up with it, so I have a special attachment to it, I guess. But honestly speaking, like, thank you guys for being very understanding for the fact that I actually do have a day job, and my job is kind of busy, and I will be leaving again very soon for a whole month, actually. I am leaving in 3 days, and unfortunately I'm going to China, so I will not be able to update for quite a while. So thank you for being very tolerant with me, and I'm glad to have, although a small family, but a very understanding and welcoming family. So thank you. I cannot express my gratitude well enough to you guys. And once again, I want to say that for those of you who actually been here since the very beginning, Dynasty Warriors 8 Empires, thank you also for sticking around with me, and I hope you guys would continue to support me. Although I'm not a very talented YouTuber, and I don't have a very magnificent channel, but with your support and I guess understanding, I hope I can grow with you guys. So thank you very much. It's not that I run out of things to say, it's more like a lot of times I spend time like alone thinking about like everything I've done in my life, how I actually became who I am now, and a lot of times I think if you learn how to be grateful and understand a lot of things, it actually helps with your life a lot more than you could actually imagine. So that's one thing. Second thing is, it's more like for someone who actually didn't technically join the YouTubing thing as I guess a hope to make a difference or be famous, I think I actually did not a bad job, because the growth is really not that bad. So thanks a lot for being lenient with me. I hope in the future I can make the channel much more entertaining for you guys. So stay tuned, of course, and I will update you guys with as much content as I could. I'm not gonna go spam you guys like an idiot, because obviously that's dumb. that's not productive at all if you're talking about content-wise. So yes, I hope that you guys could enjoy my channel like the way you enjoy a lot of things. I don't know. My first, I guess, play against this particular gigantic opponent is, I don't know, like, I think I could do a lot better, but right now I think I'm starting to have a grasp on how to actually aim non-auto. But it's much more harder when I'm facing this opponent, because it's like, this beast is one of those opponent that actually have a very high agility, very swift movements, and it's much harder for me to actually aim for, you know, the pink spots. For those of you who are interested, the pink spots are the spots which you can get a higher attack point for, like, hitting the attack, because I don't know, I'm getting a hang of using not autofocus, but for this particular opponent, I think, I guess, I remember, well, no more comment, but I remember this opponent as well as the turkey, which you'll know who it is. Oh, I got another battle spirit. Are the two fastest opponent you get. So for trying to beat them, it's kind of hard because, you know, their moving speed is quick. If you're using, like, I guess, physical attack, melee weapon, you have to be very well defended with equipment. Unless you're like skilled as fuck, then that's a different story, because I am not skilled as fuck, so I do not want to boast, I do not want to destroy, like, I guess, people's expectations, so I'm just gonna bring it out. I will probably be sticking with long-range weapons for the rest of the playthrough. I might be occasionally switching in and out with other weapons, but yeah. Thank you. Thank you again. So I got 2 in 1 battle. Not a bad deal. Not a bad deal.
例の鬼の襲撃を受けたか。よく無事で戻った。なんだったんだあれ。急に出てきやがってよ。お前たちだけではない。他にも襲われた隊がある。戦い終わって疲弊したところを狙う。これまでの鬼とは異なる動きだ。対策を打つまで一人で行動するな。しばらくはこの3人で動け。たく、しゃあねえな。
鬼の行動の変化。興味深い事実ですね。
学者の血が騒ぐってか。ま、どの道俺には関係ねえ。先に帰らせてもらうぜ。おい新入り、悪かねえ腕だ。せいぜい頑張んな。
富岳様が人をお褒めになるとは青天の霹靂にございます。申し遅れました。私、学者の端くれをしております。何かお困りの際はお声掛けください。お力になれるかもしれません。では、また次の任務でお会いしましょう。
Well then, we have officially increased our comrade to 5.
鬼の襲撃の増加。あまり良くない兆候ですね。どうやら計画を急ぐ必要がありそうです。
Alright then. I think this is about the right time to end the video, because I've gone through, I think, 3 missions and a lot of talking and a lot of sharing my thoughts and ideas with you guys. Really glad, really happy, and yeah, I'm gonna just help train some more of my battle spirits with the usage of my beautiful little Foxy. And I think it's a good point for myself to end the video. Once again, I could not thank you guys enough for all the support as well as and having the interest in my channel. And this is a good point to end. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out, folks.